Oh man, what's going on, my brother?
Everything been pretty cool, pretty cool.
I got my man Ben,
Yes, sir.
Ben 10. Uncle Ben, how many nicknames you got?
Got like 5 or 6. Ben 10, Mr. Him, Hingerman, all of that.
I like Mr. Him.
Yeah, so that's my favorite one.
Yeah. All right, so I really wanted to invite you to the podcast because you was here before a few years ago,
Yeah.
and a lot of things changed between us specifically. And the last time we talked, I felt like our personalities was kind of reversed.
Okay.
You was like the reserved, calm person, and I was like the outspoken. So here we are a few years later,
Yeah.
and now you're like the super outspoken one. So, and I'm like more of the cool, calm, reserved. Yeah. So I felt like this is real interesting, and I want to hear from you. Like in the last, what was that, about 3 years ago?
Yeah, 2022.
Yeah. So about 3 years ago. So what happened?
Okay, I would say I found myself a little bit more. I realized a lot of my thoughts and personality was based on what I grew up on or somebody else's perspectives or beliefs and things like that. So I would say I found myself more and became more confident in myself. So
Okay.
I realized I have a voice, and at first starting out it was tone issues or me using like my message got lost because my tone was off. Like I was like rah, and even though it wasn't my intention, just so happened that that's how it came off. So now it's more so just like saying a message in a simple way that doesn't turn people off. So
Okay.
it's more so that.
So you just woke up one day and was like, you know what, shit got changed.
Yeah, just publicly. As a kid, I always had got in trouble for my voice, speaking up to my parents and authority in general. But now it's more so just not minimizing myself, because I am an expressive person, and
Okay.
just
So
expressing it the right way.
you kind of always had this kind of voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I always got always got in
Yeah,
trouble.
I can see how it is because you sound like a grown ass man. Like we both like grown men, but you got like a grown ass man, like
I appreciate
the
it.
'90s type of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So all right. So you felt like you would get in trouble for it. So you created like a shelter.
yeah. Kind of, I got tired of one being misunderstood, two just getting in trouble for it. So I just kind of became a reserved person, just not say much. If besides if I'm behind closed doors, something like that. Like I had my mini rants, but yeah, I just became a really, really reserved person.
That's dope. And so that's kind of when we ran into each other.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then, so did you get tired of being reserved too, or
yeah. I think as I got older, I just got tired of minimizing myself, like feeling like there's more to say or more to do, and I'm not doing it. And it created an eternal conflict within myself. So at first I came out raw with it, and that's when the tone issues came in. But then once I went to my parents with it, now I'm in therapy and things like that. It's becoming expressing myself, but in different healthy ways, like
how long
writing.
how long you been in therapy?
I just started back maybe 3 months ago.
Okay.
But I usually use my dad. My dad is someone, he's like a coach, and I always feed ideas off of him. But I still do, but it's more so I got professional help this time. And
Okay. Because I think a lot of guys, I feel like a lot of guys could use therapy, but there's a stigma that, if you do it, you like less of a man. Society has a lot of stigmas for men. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like you breathe wrong, you're not a real man. Like,
Yeah.
type shit. So was that on your mind at all before you made the decision?
I would say so. Like I'm very untrusting. If you like, I don't trust like. Even somebody come and shake my hand, I'm thinking, oh, let me watch out. They might start swinging on me. So let me keep my one hand behind my back, just in case.
Okay.
So like, my dad started therapy maybe 3 years ago,
Nice.
and I'm really open with my dad. So as I got older, maybe like 30, 32, 31, just him sharing his stories from therapy encouraged me to go to therapy, and so I think that's what got me over the hump. Seeing my dad do it, and me losing the care of perspectives of whoever pretty much pushed me into that.
And that's where you at right now. Like, you just don't.
I just don't care.
Yeah, I see it every day, but I want to hear it, like, personally. Like, so another question, I'm interested, right? So you have this personality.
Yeah.
But you're a teacher. So how do you build a discipline to, like, keep this personality separate from having to be delicate with children? 'Cause you deal with a lot of children.
Yeah, it's very easy for me. Childhood, not just thinking about childhood trauma, thinking about how I felt, and I'm very, very serious when it comes to like children and the advancement of children.
Mm-hmm.
So I would beat myself up if I even raised my voice to a child. I think that's what it is. Just more so making sure the child don't see me as a monster and see me as a safe space. And even when I get to my most rowdiest moments, I deal with children with autism and on the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I get to the most rowdiest moments, that's what keep me tamed is, okay, like, remember how you felt? And plus, I have things I want to do in my career, and I'm not about to lose it all for a little feelings for a few moments. So,
yeah. Excellent mindset to have. First and foremost, I want to say, like, the things that I see you do with the children, like, that's real dope shit.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, young. Because from a distance, we don't speak a lot, but through social media, we speak a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just seeing how you handle the children with such delicacy, because kids really need that nowadays.
Yeah.
If you can see how things are going in society, we need more teachers like you.
Yeah, I
Because
appreciate
there's
it.
a lot of teachers on the other end of the spectrum that's getting in trouble. They risking it. They losing everything.
Yeah.
For them few moments like you just spoke of. So definitely keep up the great work with that, young.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And I wish it was a lot. It probably is. We probably on the way to having like a lot more teachers like that. But keep on being that example for that.
Yeah, appreciate it.
No problem.
I definitely feel like it's a lot of people in our community that are really good with kids, even if it's like a football coaching or basketball coaching.
Correct.
I think that can translate over, especially in high school, middle school, where the boys need it the most. Like, I'm working with early childhood, but I think they could really jump in the field and be very beneficial if they started middle school and high school. But
yeah, you think people think like that though? Because I think people, if you coaching like football or sports, I feel like you got a little bit more freedom with kids too.
Yeah, you do, especially expressive wise, because boys do need that raw, like that, that strong, authoritative.
Yeah,
Some do, but I don't think they do. I think it's more so the sports spawn and the fact that they can be more free with how they express themselves with football and things like that, as opposed to the school system.
Because it's a lot of from somebody who's not as disciplined. And I don't know how long you been teaching.
Since I was 17.
Yeah, so you about 8 years in now. So
I feel like 10, 11.
Oh, for real?
Pushing 11, yeah.
Okay, my bad. So for somebody who doesn't have as much discipline with a bunch of kids, it could be kind of intimidating.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this could be the ceiling you see yourself at. Sports, you got a little bit more freedom. I don't have to teach every day, all day. It's like I'm not gonna say it's a my way or the highway type of thing, but it's kind of like, one room. It's like one system. We're all here to do one thing.
Yeah.
Versus like you're in the class, you can't even talk to every kid the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Because kids accept information differently. You might have to tell somebody something twice. Might have to tell him over here 3 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could be a little firmer with him over here. You can't do that with him. But see, when you all out on the football field, everybody just has to get on the same page. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though in theory it should still be like that, it's just you have more freedom for it not to be like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? But like I said, more power to you. And I want to get back to the personality thing. So how you feel like your life's changed since you switched from being reserved, I guess you say you was feeling like you was misunderstood, to now where it's just like, I don't give a fuck. How's the quality of life?
So much better. so much better. It's one of the best decisions I've made. Social wise, I'm not really a social person, but I realize that people like me. Like when I go out to settings and things like that, they actually like me. So it's like I realized that's a benefit of the personality switch, and also just like being more creative, like putting more things out, and people being accepted to it. Like I did some meta band basketball thing and everything. People liked it.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Usually in like little skits I do in classrooms and things like that. Just like being more free and hopefully it'll reach more people. But I would say I think the question was benefits or how it changed.
How's the quality of life
Yeah.
since you?
Yeah, definitely much better.
Yeah,
Much better.
I got you. So I am going to jump to the basketball thing right quick because I'm a big basketball fan myself.
Yeah.
So you've been doing that like your whole life?
Nah, I started when I was like 14, 15.
Okay.
Because my dad was a basketball coach and my youngest brother played basketball a lot, like since like 5 in AAUs, like basically all year round.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of wanted to get more into that because like for me, I didn't really know what my interests were as a kid. So I see my dad and my brother like this. Okay, let me jump into that. And so that's kind of what got me obsessed with basketball. It's just starting there and then like, oh, I actually like this, and I can shoot or I can do this. So
Right.
I would say that was got me to it.
We got similar stories because that's literally almost like the exact same scenario for me with my dad. My sister, my older sister, she was like real good at basketball when I was young.
Yeah.
And my dad used to like train her. And me being too young to actually play it seriously, they would just have me like at the playground running around and stuff. And then I would just sit there and watch and like, after a while I was like, this is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? And then you just start picking it up little by little by little. And then it's just like, it's like one of them outlets.
For sure.
You know
For
what I'm saying? Because how often do you play?
I play a lot. Well, I'm starting to play a lot. Maybe every weekend I go to the basketball court around the corner. And also playing this minor league where we play like 9 games every January to March.
Oh, yeah, I'll be saying the clips from that. Yeah.
So
you be having a little 3-pointer on deck sometimes.
Yeah, just try. I'm a 3-and-D player, perimeter defender, so I just gotta play my role. But I'm trying to play more often because I'm getting older, and I'm seeing that taking lapses aren't. I'm out of shape more often than normal now. So
one thing I have noticed is like it takes a lot to get back in shape.
Yeah.
Quick to get right back out of it, and then it takes even longer to get. I told myself one of my New Year's resolutions, and yes, I'm one of them people that still do those. Is I'm gonna heavily work on. People are like, if you want to make a change, do it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as a super organized person, I'm basically programmed to put things in a time frame. Like even if I incorporate a decision in my life, I'm not gonna just incorporate it today.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it takes a lot longer. It's like how your job would do. When your job, say like your job might want to fire you, they're not gonna be like, "Now we got to fire him. Let's do it today."
Yeah, they're gonna set up the steps.
Right? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? It might happen a week later, but they have in their mind like, "Yeah, we need to do this. We just need to find the right moment to do it."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with sports teams. Like, hey, we might need to trade this person. They're not gonna wake up that day and ship them out of town. Now we need to fill around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like one of them. I have like the business mindset of it. You know what I mean? But I told myself one of my goals is I'm gonna super like dig into like cardio.
Okay.
Because like you said, as we get older, it does take me longer to get back in shape, especially as a bigger person. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, when I play basketball, me and you are vastly different because I'm more of a paint person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to be like in Olympic shape. If you want to perimeter guarding people, you chasing point guards, shooting guards, and all that stuff. So you got your work cut out for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm least likely to be doing that. You know what I mean? But as we get older, we do need to keep in mind to at least be active.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So kudos to you for that. You like the Ray-Bans?
The who? The Ray-Ban.
The Meta. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wasn't expecting it, and so like, I got him. I was like, okay, like it's like a kid with a toy again. I've been doing everything, cooking, playing basketball, writing, just like testing it out. So I really do think they're pretty cool.
So how do it work though? Is it like is it equipped with like gigabytes or something or?
Yeah. So I'm still figuring out everything about it. So like you get an app, and it's a button on the right side. You push it down for a picture, but you hold it down for like 2 seconds to start a video.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I'm learning is like the videos go up to about 3 minutes and it stops.
Okay.
And then the battery life is pretty quick. So they're like maybe 15 videos, and my phone dropped to like 11%. So,
Also, it's still like it drops the battery on your phone too.
no, just the glasses.
Just the glasses. Okay.
So like
okay.
once you do that, it goes through the app, and then once you go through the app, you can download it to your phone.
Oh, okay, got you. They was given to you as a gift, or did you get those? Because if you got them, what's the price?
They gave it to me as a Christmas gift.
Okay, nice.
Christmas gift.
Nice. That's pretty cool. So, as far as like, I know you, a teacher, you're very outspoken. You're not scared. I see you speak on like literally everything. Like, there's not a day that I get on Facebook and your range is like, it could be politics, it could be religion, it could be pop culture, it could be like sports, or literally anything. So, I'm trying to think how I want to start this. So let's start with like pop culture, right?
Yeah.
We could dig into music. You know, a little while ago we had the whole Kendrick versus Drake thing, and a lot of things happened since then. So we were having a conversation the other day, and I was saying like, as entertaining as this was, and obviously people was picking sides. Some people like Drake, a lot of people like Kendrick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And who you felt won is either or. But I was saying like, I think it hurt music more than it helped it, because now everybody else is struggling to make good quality music because we all expecting that.
Yeah.
And if it ain't that, now it's just like, man, you know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's like your opinion on it? Do you feel like how you feel about that situation in general?
Situation is like, I'm a big Kendrick fan, but I don't put anything past anybody being used for distractions or whatever the case is.
Okay.
But to keep it on like a even scale, I would say, I think it was a fair fight. You poke the bear, you get what you asked for in a sense, but I don't, like, Drake definitely has some good ones. I actually do like the one at the end of one of them where he was like, Kendrick just opened his mouth, so I'm gonna get him. I got me right now. Yeah, that one. I like that one, the violins and all that. That was that crunk. But I do see what you're saying when it comes to like everybody expecting good quality now. So like even like the mid tier or the mediocre stuff isn't as receptible.
Right. Like I feel like it's so hard for somebody to actually, cause even when that happened, Kendrick like dropped the album, and it just like literally skyrockets. And then people who were saying like Drake should take a break and all of that, all of a sudden was ready for him to drop an album.
It's people mentality.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, but however, everybody else, I feel like, especially since like I could use like J. Cole as an example, because he was like right there. Yeah. Technically was in it at first before he kind of backed out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like when you look at, and I could use like album sales, like nobody really went platinum this year.
Yeah.
Outside of was Kendrick album was early this year, correct?
No, I was like November 2024.
Okay, all right. So outside, I want to say Cardi B, even though she kind of cheated a little bit using old songs and all that, But I'm not hating. Get your money, Cardi. Get your money. Get your money. But outside of like her, nobody can like go platinum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's not like back in the day where two titans could go to war and everybody could still eat. I feel like they kind of just like went to war and destroyed everything in their path.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
I never really thought about it like that, but I can see that.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I'm interested to see where music goes from here, because obviously we just wait on them.
Yeah.
They don't drop as often as they used to, especially Kendrick. J. Cole doesn't drop like that. Drake kind of drops, but then he,
because you're hesitant.
Yeah, and because you look at it, this was almost 2 years ago already.
Yeah.
Time is like super flying.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's nobody. Do you listen to anybody like currently? Like do you like 21 Savage or anything like who's your?
Yeah. I'm trying to get it. I was trapped out music wise. So I'm trying to get out of the so much trap music. But for sure, I like to keep it local. I like Young Molly.
Okay.
I like KP Skywalker. I used to like I ain't heard none of his recent stuff.
Okay.
Coach Crew the Fool. Still listen to him. Uh,
So
of course,
you
of
really got
course.
you really got chopped out.
Yeah. And then in general, yeah, 21 Savage, Key Glock. Key Glock has been on #1 on Spotify for like since 2018, which is crazy to me. But
Okay.
um, Pooh Shiesty, Big
Okay.
Scar. I know Big Scar passed away, but I like his music a lot.
Yeah.
I like anybody that really talk that I'm him. Big. Like, I'm really confident in myself. Talk big shit music. Like that's
Okay.
my type of vibe.
So that's like a reflection of like because of how you feel.
Like, if I wasn't a teacher and it wasn't like I had to be an example, for sure I would definitely be like not super cocky, but like that. Like if I was a rapper, I would talk my shit about myself. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Like,
you don't feel like you talking shit about yourself now?
I think I'm humble. Like,
Even if it's not to the degree of them, do you still?
oh, for sure. Yeah, Mr. Him. Yeah, I definitely to a small extent feel like I do that. Yeah.
Just from a humble standpoint, though.
Yeah, I try to be humble about it.
So
but
basically, it could be a lot worse.
for sure. For sure. For sure.
Okay, I got you. I'm not really a cocky person. You know why? Because when I get cocky, I usually fuck up. You know, so like even like playing sports and shit, you know how niggas be drawing on the court and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like when I do it, I start doing shit like missing layups, you know. So I gotta be more like the quiet, the Tim Duncan type of, where you just like look up and be like, oh, damn, cuz killing, you know what I'm saying, like type shit.
Yeah.
But,
I think for me, like the more like I'm quiet at first, like I'm not gonna come out, but once I see somebody like to play too, cause I don't take anything personal, so like I'm gonna troll back, and I'm thinking, okay, we cool, we can dap up afterwards. So like if somebody start with me, I'm definitely gonna start back. I thrive in those situations, and like it makes me more like in Naruto we would say, you give me more chakra, like it gives me more energy. Like the more I talk shit, the more I get confident. Like so even when I'm like down bad, like mentally, I talk, get your ass up, nigga. What's up? Yeah. Then you know that gets me going. So
okay, so that's rare then, because a lot of people when they feel like that, they can't use like self motivation. It has to come from like an external source, you know. So did you work on that too, or does that come from therapy, or like?
I think that came from just me realizing that like growing up, like I'm a preacher's kid, and you know when I left my mom's house, I pretty much was like, fuck it, like. So just teaching myself tools on the fly growing up, I would say. Like I told myself a lot, went through a lot by myself. So going through those life-changing events by myself kind of taught me how to get going by myself, like how to, when you feel this way, what to do, when you feel that way, what to do, you know. So it's like things I learned on the fly.
Okay, so you kind of just toughed it out.
Yeah.
Essentially, until you was able to put some shit together.
Yeah.
And now you build like a routine on knowing how to handle shit.
Yeah, it got some pros and cons. So the cons now is my therapist is telling me I gotta talk nicely to myself, and it's like, how do I do that?
What you mean?
So like, so again to reference the point of like me talking shit to get going, get myself going. Like that's all across the board with me. Like if I fuck up, like I got an 87 in one of my classes, which devastated me because I had a goal in my mind. I'm like really serious about my goals, and like I cursed myself out, like punk nigga, woo woo woo. And like after I talked to my dad and my mom and my therapist, they was all saying like 87 ain't bad. Like you still gonna be on the road, woo woo woo. But like to me, it was like you procrastinated, you did this, you did that. Like you acting like you one of them. Like one of them. Not saying I'm bigger than anybody, but I say one of them. Like again, talking shit to get going. So
right.
Yeah, that's the con to it. Like when you talk shit to get going, sometimes you talk shit and it don't stop, man. It goes into other areas that might not necessarily need to go, because I don't feel like it's unhealthy, but apparently it is. So
okay, yeah, that's why I asked, because I'm unsure myself. So my bad, lost my train of thought. All right, so when you practice talking nicer to yourself, what's the shit that you tell yourself now? Like instead of just being like talking yourself to get going, what does it sound like?
So like right now I'm like 50-50, and to be honest, like I kind of talk to myself as if I'm talking to one of my students, and they just peed on themselves or spilled some milk, and they just or missed their mommy or just devastated. It's like it's okay, like it's not the end of the world. You could try again next semester. Let's just do this better tomorrow. And I have a journal that I write down every day, and I say that helped too. But I would say just like talking to myself as if I was a 3-year-old, having that patience, because I don't have patience with adults, but I have the ultimate patience with kids. So just using that patience I have with kids with myself, and I think that's what helping it out.
And you just able to distinguish, like your mind is able to distinguish like quickly, like these are kids, so they get this kind of leniency, but these are adults, so fuck them type shit.
I think it's all like the situation with adults. Like I won't say I get irritated fast, but like if you're an adult, I expect you to know better certain things, and that's where the patient comes in. Like a kid, I already know. Like they only been on Earth for what 60 months.
Right.
You know, so they're still learning. And with adults, it's like I'm learning to have more patience because I realize everybody now. I'm realizing like everybody don't have the same environments. Everybody grew up different. Some people just don't know. So, but
it's difficult though, right?
It's very difficult
because you see some people who don't necessarily have the excuses and still choose to, and then it's just difficult to not group everybody.
Yeah, I try my hardest not to generalize. Like I know that's ignorant to do so I try my hardest.
Right.
But I think right now I'm at the point where I'm just not going to engage, so that way I don't have a reaction. Like if I know that you're this type of person, I'm not going to be a bad human being and like fuck you. I'm not going to talk to you. But it's more so like, okay, I know how you get down, so you get like you don't get but so much out of me. Like,
okay, all right. So again, I'm going to take it to Facebook right quick, right? So when you see things posted on Facebook, nowadays I will say it's a little bit more difficult because nowadays we got so many other things. It could be like engagement farming,
yeah,
you know, the rage baiting and all of that stuff. So how do you distinguish what you respond to versus like what you just let slide? And it doesn't have to even be on like social media, but in person as well.
I would say it's two different things. And so on social media, I'm really terrible. Like I have a lot of immaturity in that with ignoring ignorant shit. I'm ignorant stuff. So I have to do better with just like not looking at comments. Because I kind of look in comments to try to see how people feel about what I just read to make sure like I'm on par, I'm not tripping. Right. Or like just to get gauge the interest or gauge the whatever. And then I see something that's like, huh? And then it's like I have to say something. Well, in my mind I have to say something, but in person, I detached completely. Like Metro, I detached. I work. I'm here, but outside of that, I detached. So if I see something like the other day, like a few weeks ago, my fault. It was this homeless person, and she was like launching at Caucasian woman, out of nowhere, and it happened like 10 feet in front of me. And so like I kind of like stepped in front of the Caucasian woman, and like the homeless woman was just. But I think she was going through something, but that's how I am. Like if I see something, I'll jump in. But like I'm kind of like fatigued with the protests. I live in Brooklyn, but I work downtown, so downtown for now. So it's like every other day is like
a protest.
Israel protest, Palestine protest, this protest, that protest, this road shut down. I got off of work a few weeks ago, and apparently 2 coastal guard members got shot. I had to circle all the way around D.C. just to get up the road to my side of D.C. And it was just like, like right after a long day of work dealing with kids, I got to deal with this. And dealing with kids all day with, hey, don't raise your voice, don't bite. And then come out, and it's like conflicts in the world that out of my control. So I was like, it gets fatigued, really tiring.
I can understand that. So let me ask about the detachment part, right? So you're able to just detach from certain things. So how did you? Is that something that you just gained over time, or is that something that you did that come from like therapy, or how did you learn? Because I feel like a lot of people, first and foremost, a lot of people say they can easily detach, but I feel like a lot of people just say that because it sounds good.
Yeah.
And then behind closed doors, they still be like attached. So what did you do to like specifically learn how to like actually detach from certain situations?
I'll say this happened naturally, and I didn't know what it was until I found out I had to come out of detachment, if you get what I'm saying.
What you mean?
So, again, going through a lot of things by myself, and it was, I had started therapy a long time ago when I was in Dallas for like 2 times, and I stopped and said I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
But that's when I found out what detachment was, and that I was detaching because I was having a hard time feeling like eternal, like, oh, this person's crying in front of me. Okay, like it was more so that I couldn't feel the feeling of like, oh, this person has died. Oh, I care, but it's like I don't feel the need to cry. Like I don't feel the feeling. So
got you.
that's when I realized what I was like so far deep into it. Like when somebody again crying in front of me and I have no emotion. So with therapy now, currently, realizing how to come out of it. But I think a pro to that is, yeah, I can now detach easy, or like I know how to. It's becoming easier to balance because now I'm just coming here today. Just now, I was in an Uber and I saw 2 different funeral processions. It was like I actually felt like sympathy for, even though I didn't know them. I was like, damn, like that humbled me in a sense. Like, any day it could be anybody. Like, so I would say right now it's balanced, but it started off with natural, and then now it's like I want to feel like I don't want to be like that guy anymore. So, but I also need to detach because I would go crazy if I keep focusing on all this stuff happening in DC and in the world and all this other stuff. So it's like a 50-50 right now.
So you can literally, so you just have the strength to pick and like you can really be like, all right, I need to separate from this.
Yeah,
it's done.
Yeah.
Okay. That's money, bro. Because it's like, you know, especially like in society. Let's say like with relationships, you talk to somebody that's really not good for you, but you kind of attached to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And you want to detach. You be trying to. You know, I think they got this thing called the no contact, the zero contact method, where you kind of just go cold turkey, which I don't agree with because I feel like anything you do cold turkey, if you're not stone cold, like mentally strong, it's only gonna make you feel like
way worse.
Yeah. Or whoever you trying to get away from, you gonna end up caring a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel like in a sense, like, and maybe people got like abandonment issues. Again, like you made a good point. So everybody came up kind of different.
Yeah.
Circumstances is different, and you can't really learn that about a person unless you really ask the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because a lot of people would just assume, shit, we all grew up the same. Especially if you grew up in the same neighborhood, but your next door neighbor could grow up vastly different than you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, what's some good ideas for a person to learn how to like properly detach?
I would say for me, you just gotta be 100% honest with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Don't play yourself. Like if you know something's not working and you're trying your best, you know, you just gotta accept the truth and do what you gotta do. Like, yeah, you're gonna miss them, but you know, you want to keep feeling this way. You know, so you gotta like. I think that's the first step is being honest and like separating logic from feelings because feelings that had you stuck.
For sure.
For a minute. So
for sure.
Just like this, do you want to be in this situation long term? Do you want to keep feeling this or you want to grow? Like if you want to grow, get your ass up and like do what you got to do. Like cut off that feeling. Like yeah, do slow cold turkey, and if they come around, great. Like everything is like situational, but you just gotta be honest. And then like for me personally, I had an ex who like, I'm cool with, but it's like it's always going to like a certain like point when I don't give them what they want, and it's like, nah, I'm tired of this. But like it's like I had to like not care about them, but care about them. Like I don't care that you can't sleep while you talking to me, but I do care that you're a human that can't sleep. If you get what I'm saying, like so, yeah, just
so from a relationship standpoint, it's one thing, but from a humanity standpoint, it's something different. Or
I think it's like again, it's all situation. Like it depends on how you're feeling and like the detriment or benefit it is to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, like for humans, like you mean by like friends and things like that.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, just like you gotta care about them, but you gotta make sure that you don't play yourself. It's pretty much like.
Yeah.
For me, I'm a person that like acts of service, but like the detachment part comes in. Okay, the last time I did these last 2 things for you, you know, this was the result. So, yeah, I don't mind doing acts of service for people, but like I'm not doing it for you blah 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 blah. Because how you made me feel the last 2 times, ooh, I think that's what the attachment.
So maybe
from.
like unappreciative or things like that. Or
Yeah, just unappreciativeness, lack of reciprocation. Even though I don't do it for that, just like the lack of like human regard or like
consideration.
consideration. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. Makes perfect sense. So yeah, on with that, we are on the same page. I feel like. So what do you think? Like, because I obviously I could just say, all right, well, when you get into a situation like that, and not just you specifically, but people in general, it's like, all right, you just dealing with a bad person. But then you would see like the person go be what you asked for with somebody else.
Yeah.
So do you feel like they just specifically took you for granted, or or maybe it's a situation where maybe you did teach them a lesson for the next person, or is that situational, circumstantial too?
Um. Again, I truly believe most things are situational. Like everything happens depending on like your personal fate and timeline. But
I like your mindset, man.
yeah, like but um, with that, I would say maybe it wasn't like I try not to think because I think that automatically like, oh, this person ain't talking to me, or this person ain't sitting next to me because I must stink or I must be ugly or something. Like I try to get out of that mindset, so I'll say maybe they just didn't see it with you, or maybe the test of getting to that point for them was you, and it was just fate that y'all weren't supposed to be together, or you were just getting played and you just didn't see it. Like those are like a couple of the options, but I had like my first love was like that. Like I thinking we cool, woo, woo, and then everything I'm like pleading, like, can you do this? Can you do that? Like, blah 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 blah.
Right.
Like, I'm fixing myself. It's hard, but back then I'm like 23, so I was really a person that was going off. Not really going off. Like I'm not a high head, but you know I was very expressive. So
Right.
I stopped all of that, woo woo, woo, and they weren't doing the same for me. So then we break up. That's my first heartbreak, and then they're with the next person, and it's like, oh, like I'm being foolish because you know I'm on social media, I'm watching it. Again, it's my first time. Nobody really told me how to go to first breakers, but I'm watching it. It's like, that's what I asked you to do. That's what I asked you to do. Oh, that's crazy. Like I'm really taking it personal, but yeah, I definitely feel that exact sentiment that you share because I've lived it.
I think we all lived it. And shout out to you for not, turning into like a villain arc, or did it?
I did.
You did.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
I feel like guys is probably like 99.8%. Like your first heartbreak automatically takes you down like that villain.
For sure. I agree with that.
Yeah, like, so did you go through that by yourself too?
Yeah, I went through I had someone who I consider a big brother, but I didn't really into my business like that. Like, so I went through that by myself. Like,
cause that's kind of even if you like the best of friends, that's kind of really touchy to like really get into. Cause when you talk about stuff like that, you're gonna really have to talk.
And I don't really necessarily want to hear people's opinions.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna make me more frustrated.
Right. So yeah, we on the same page. Completely understand that for sure. So this question is cool because you have a lot of discipline. So how many chances does it take for you to be like, you know what, this not working? Because I feel like, and don't tell me it's just situational. I gotta take that away from you. Like,
I got you.
Yeah. So if you like, say how you say with Shorty, not your first love, but the other one where it's like, you said acts of service is your thing.
Yeah.
And you did it twice. Is that when it starts to change after the second one?
I would say that's when I guess you call it grace or the understanding of, okay, maybe I don't always, maybe things slip over my head. I might have forgot to say thank you. Or I might have forgot this and that. That's the first time. Then the second time, it's like, okay, yeah, nah, this is who you are. Like I'm calling a spade right then and there. Like,
okay. I'm the same way. I don't do the 3 strikes you out.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I do too as well. My mom, she told me when I was younger, I just carried it over to this aspect of life. My mom told me, she said like, baseball and stuff, they give you 3 strikes, but anything like serious, you really only need 2 strikes.
Yeah.
You get the first strike is like the leniency. If somebody do something, you let them know, Like, hey, I don't really feel too good about this.
Mm-hmm.
The second strike is like a fork in the road because one, they didn't listen after the first strike,
Yeah.
and nobody never really stops at two.
Facts.
You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? Like, if you don't nip it in the bud at two, it's gonna be a 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I always kept that in my mind too. Like, of course, people would say that's like harsh because everybody, especially nowadays, we kind of make up a lot of excuses for people.
We do.
Oh well, you got to be patient with somebody who never been loved correctly, and I'm like, a lot of this stuff ain't about being loved correctly. It's like how you said earlier. It's just consideration.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't have to be like, damn, they ain't even tell me thank you. That's
Especially at our age.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's basic human decency. If somebody does anything, you could go out and do something for a stranger, they're gonna say thank you.
Facts.
And here, my significant other is not even saying thank you. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like certain stuff, it's like no excuse for.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm glad we on the same page with that because a lot of people will give, and I've been a victim to that because you kind of like somebody, like you said earlier, the feelings kind of over trump the logic and stuff, and I
Most
feel like
times, yeah.
that's when men, you lose the essence of being a man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So when I got into a situation, it's like, to be transparent, you got boundaries. Everybody got boundaries.
Yeah.
You got like an infrastructure on how you want things to roll. Somebody comes along, you like them. It's a tricky situation because you like them, but you love the potential.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, the more that you love the potential, you start. At least this was me. I stopped looking at what was happening today because I was thinking too far about down the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, you getting over on me today, I was least likely to say something because I'm thinking like, oh yeah, I'm gonna marry this chick. She just gonna have to grow into being a wife. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, she gonna have to grow into being a wife, et cetera, et cetera. And then it's like a situation where eventually they clearly become comfortable with treating you how they treating you,
Yeah.
and then it starts to get a little worse and worse and worse. You know what I mean? So then it's like, all right, damn, maybe I am wrong about this. But you still press on because, niggas is niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is niggas for sure. And then, like, one thing I will tell people is, like, the longer you take, the worse are you making it for yourself because you're digging yourself into a deeper hole. Like, I like what you said earlier about how, like, you really got to accept reality and be real with yourself. Because in this situation, I was doing the complete opposite. Once you kind of start being in delusion, it's really hard to get out of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I did this, I did that. The person's not reciprocating. All right, it's cool. Maybe they're not that kind of person. So now you start accepting the bare minimum.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I'm taking the bare minimum, and now it's like they not even doing that. Now the shit starting to feel like disrespect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like, all right, now how far am I willing to tolerate this disrespect? So then you really have to be like, all right, as a man, I have to have like self-respect and shit like that. So let me fall back. You fall back, they magically start acting right.
That's yes.
Like magically. Like, okay, so maybe this is a thing. But then the moment you get back invested,
it goes back to
the BS, and it's just like, oh, okay.
That comes with like comfortability of people, but like that's when you see the true colors. Like.
Yeah, and now that I can see the true colors, now I'm like, okay, I need to really like detach type shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't got the powers you got. Cause I wish I did. Where I could just be like, you know what? Today's Monday. By Friday, they out of here.
It gotta be like that. Like I don't like being like that, but it just what I realized that's just what it gotta be like in this current world. So, and again, that situation is like again, not everybody need like if they had to get out, not everybody need that get the fuck out or they don't need that. Some people just need like I can get to you by touching your heart. Like this is how I feel. how would you feel if, like, again, like talk to a kid, how would you feel if this happened? Woo, woo. But yeah, it just got to be done at the end of the day, or else you just keep getting played.
Yeah, and unfortunately, what we see nowadays is a lot of people getting played.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, since we on this topic, I didn't really want to go this deep into. Well, technically, this not gonna be like a deep part of it, but realistic standards for dating nowadays. What's your take on it?
Um, so it's like my personal, like I would my personal ones, or like in general.
You could do both if you want to. I was asking about in general, but you could actually do both.
In general, I just think that people care too much about what the standard is or what others think. I truly believe that if you find somebody that you love, it's just between y'all two. Like, it don't have to be 50-50. It could be 60-40. It could be 70-30. Like, whatever works for you. Like, for me personally, like, as a man, like, I could understand, like, marrying a woman and she wants to go 50-50 because she got it too. But, like, it's something in me that I would probably not like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I would encourage it in other ways, like maybe you can handle this and I handle this and then you handle that, or like, put into certain things. But just to close it out, yeah, I just think, like, love who you love and don't care about nobody else as long as you ain't hurting nobody. Do what works for you in a relationship. And that's just that on that. Like, everybody is not in a relationship with you, so just focus on what y'all two got going on and keep it as that.
I agree. I think the biggest problem is people care what other people think.
For sure.
Way too much. Like, I feel like a lot of people feel like if you don't have like a glitz and glamour type of relationship,
Mm-hmm.
they don't want it. And they'll start off with something that's like genuine,
Yeah.
but they'll keep their eye on the market
Mm-hmm.
for something that they feel like can be shown off to
That's
like
true.
to like the public. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's rather unfortunate because love doesn't really have to be that difficult.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to be unconditional, but it seems like the first thing that we do is put conditions on it, especially nowadays. In big 2025 going into 2026, it's like, all right, this person got to have this.
Mm-hmm.
This person got to have that. This person needs to do this. Oh, I'm not going here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's just a lot of foolery, and it creates unnecessarily like chaos because now people super influential. People won't admit it, and you a teacher, so I know you'll understand this way better than a lot of people. I feel like adults are almost just as influential as kids.
I agree.
Still, you know what I mean? Because kids are super influential. Like you said, they haven't been here long. They're trying to learn how things operate. You just gaining the conscience. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Adults, I feel like they fall victim to like, it's like your self-esteem. And self-esteems fluctuate. And life is super difficult. And at the end of the day, people kind of want to be accepted. They want to feel like they're successful. So even if they're not that kind of person, they look at things to compare themselves to. You know what I mean? And so if it's somebody that's looking for something like, oh, this person's getting it, I feel like I'm better than them. I should get this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now, from the opposite end, let's say like I like a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And, guys, you kind of gauge the woman before you actually make a move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But if I see her saying this type of stuff, I could possibly be like the one for her. But once I see that, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, nah. So now, I'm thinking like, damn, is this what dating is like? Matter of fact, let me bow out. So now, I'm not even trying to date no more. It's going to be complicated for this person. You see how it messes it up. You know what I'm saying? And then once the ball gets going, it's almost like, do you feel like this shit is salvageable? I will ask you that.
I would say so. I think if you like unplug yourself from like public perception and like just, again, this is a situational thing. Like, cause for me, like, I'm kind of in the same boat as you.
Okay.
but I'm open to the point like if somebody come along and it's right that I'm cool, but like
Correct.
I'm not wasting time outside of that. Like I'm not giving out numbers. I'm not hooking up. Not doing any of that because
I will
like,
say we are still alike in that regard.
yeah, like, I'm not doing none of that. So I mean, I'm a man. I have my times where like I might need to get that, but
Right.
I have people for that. Like I have, two people that I could one or two, but like
Right.
we have an understanding. So, like if somebody does come along and is white, then yeah, but I'm not actively looking. So I definitely think it is salvageable. It's just I guess it depends on timing, where you are in life, where they are in life, and fate, I guess.
Yeah. I can get on board with the fate thing. I am a believer that if it's meant to be, somehow it will be.
It's happened so many times this past year and a year and a half for me. Like I definitely believe in fate and
For real.
if you do what you're supposed to do and lay your groundwork, then you trust that fate definitely be on your side.
Yeah. I believe in that too. Like, do the hard work and put yourself in a position to be able to capitalize on it when it happens. Yeah, we on the same page with that. I do believe stuff is salvageable. I just think it's gonna take a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I'm not gonna say it's our generation. It might be because technically people of our age still do kind of good with marriage and stuff like that. I feel like it's gonna take a generation to be sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, this is what they were saying. Now look at them. You know what I mean? Because like I brought up when I was talking to like my bros, my other bros or whatever, I was like, you got your people in the older generations, but it's not enough of them. Because I was bringing up Vivica Fox, who just turned 60, and then was like, all right, I'm ready to get married now. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, yeah, you kind of in for a rude awakening. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you actually think you about to find genuine love, I think you might have missed the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Like, anybody outside of like some business hit or hidden agenda, it's gonna be difficult.
I also think people at that age group kind of don't want to die alone. Not to say it like that, but I think a lot of them might settle because of that. They don't want to be alone as they get older. So
Okay.
I think you might have a good chance in your 60s. I've seen so many times like across like television networks and like random videos where like people getting married at 55, 60, 70.
Yeah,
and I just think it's because they don't want to be alone at the end of this lifetime. But that's just my opinion. That's just my take on it.
That's kind of selfish, right?
I
Because
mean,
you've been playing the game this long. I know you had that in the back of your mind.
mm-hmm.
Because no matter what side you on, you keep the other side in the back of your mind.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that's a quote unquote player, they keep the marriage thing in the maybe one day I could. You know what I'm saying? And anybody who's probably been married, I'm not saying they're going to act on it, but they probably thought a time or two. I wonder what it'd be like if I was still single.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like to wait that long, especially when she's been around plenty of like
Hollywood guys and things like that.
You know what I mean? And it's like, nah, I'm not really. But more power to you because you are right. A lot of people do get. I guess if you don't want to die alone, then you would settle. So speaking of settling, I'm glad you brought that up because that's another thing I want to get into with this whole dating thing, right? The word settle now clearly has a different meaning than what I'm used to the word settling mean. Because people swear they are not going to settle nowadays. So how you feel about this? Because in the same talk we was having, I was saying technically we all settling because if you're not with your first love,
True.
you settling. I'm not with my first love.
True.
You already said you're not with yours. Like I already chose a person who I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. It ain't work. So anybody that come after that, that's kind of like, I didn't win gold. I guess I'll settle for bronze. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So do you agree with that or?
Yeah, I'll say. I mean, I use the term first love because that's what like we use for the first like real relationship. But like thinking back, like
wasn't really your first love.
Nah, like I was young and dumb, and
we all were. So that
we both were Gemini. So I was like, ooh, this is fiery. Like I like that firecracker like that.
Okay.
So First love in the sense of like first relationship and first heartbreak, but like going back in time, like if I would I talk to her right now? Hell no, like hell no. So, I think we all definitely settle. Like you have to settle to be with somebody because nobody's gonna be 100% perfect. Like,
Right.
so like even if it's something that they doing like sleeping with their knee in your side or like something small, like that's settling because it's not what you want. Like so,
Right.
I definitely think everyone settles.
So do you think they people say that to use it as like a form of manipulation a little bit?
Yes, I think people have this misconception that relationships are perfect. Like you have to have somebody, or that the person that they're with is going to be perfect. Like, but it's not. So it's definitely a misconception. Like we all definitely settle. Like, if you say that you don't settle, that's like it's either you got a not a simp. I hate using that term, but like you have a lot of money and it's somebody who looks good and just needs you for the money, and they just doing whatever you say to keep the money, or you're lying. Like it's one of the two.
Right. So why you don't like using the word simp?
To be honest, because I've been called that. It's been a misconception. Like because like I defend what I think is right, and then sometimes if it's a woman writing against a man, it is what it is, and
They call you a simp.
they call me a simp for that, and it's like, it just annoys me. But I really don't care because like look who's saying it. Like you're dumb. So it's like why would I care? What you so but that term is kind of like they call Russell Wilson a simp, and it's like why? Because he is not a toxic masculine person and he stands up for his family. I get the whole square thing, but it's like I don't get the whole square thing. So it's like I don't like that term. I don't like how it's used in our community at least.
Yeah, I feel like again, like you said, if you're not the toxic masculine red pill kind of guy, you're a simp.
Yeah.
Like anything where it involves you actually treating a woman like good, you're a simp. Like if you're not one of the guys that plays the endless mind games that they be trying to get you to play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, you gotta if you like her, you gotta be distant, or it's a bunch of you be saying. I know you be saying
for sure.
I'm just like, bro, it's not even if they gotta take all this. That's not love, bro.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not who I am. So.
Yeah. I'm not about to. If I like a person is gonna know I like them.
They gonna overly know I like them. Like I'm definitely gonna apply pressure. So like I'm not. Okay, I'm that guy that show up randomly on a Tuesday with flowers just because. Hey, I'm thinking about you. I know you like these red flowers. Like that's who I am, and I ain't going like not be who I am over opinion over a community. Like,
okay. So you are one of the people that like apply pressure.
For sure.
Okay.
If I like you, you're gonna definitely know. Like.
Yeah. So what's the window on applying pressure? I'm glad we can get into this because I'm interested in this myself. What's the window like? If you're applying pressure, you showing up with the flowers, you doing all these other things. Like, what's the time frame on it before you be like, all right, let me fall back?
It depends how much I want you. Like, if I like have my set goal, it'll take for them to like really annoy me for me to like not for me to stop. So I would say like if I really like that person, maybe after like the 4th or 5th attempt, and I'm like okay, enough of this, like go on, move on. But if it's like a slight interest, and after the second time, I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm good off you. Like okay, I see you're not interested. Okay, cool.
Okay.
But if I really want you, I'm gonna keep trying until you tell me to stop, or until I feel the need to stop, which is like maybe the 5th time.
Okay, all right. So 4 or 5, that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about that. Again, I guess like you said, it depends on how I like the person, because I've been in situations where you don't need to apply no pressure. I prefer it to be like that, but again, I also tell myself I know everybody's different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you should court women to a degree. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm not gonna lie. Like seeing some of the stuff online, it do be in the back of your mind like, all right, I'm applying pressure. I hope this ain't no shit where you kind of just want me to do shit for you.
Yeah.
And you already know in your mind you're not gonna fuck with me type shit. You know what I'm saying?
But you just want to get your head on.
Yeah,
like
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you want the flowers randomly, you want the chocolates, and you want the, like you say, your hair done, the nails done and stuff like that. and you just want something to show Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's nowadays it's super tricky. You think back in the day, dating was like super difficult without the social medias and all that. I know they had their problems too,
Mm-hmm.
but how you think it was like compared to today?
If I could put my mind back in that time, I probably think it was more easy, like because
Think so?
yeah, because like I can only think like if I'm liking somebody and we hang out for like what 2 hours, we have to meet up, walk half a mile, walk a mile, and meet up at this random spot.
Mm-hmm.
And luck, hopefully you show up because you can't call me. Like thinking back then, they don't have FaceTimes and iPhones and this and that. So like, hopefully you call me. I mean, hopefully you show up.
Right.
But we all show up at this one point on Tuesday, and then like I don't see you for another 6 days. To make me miss you more. Like
Right.
then when I see you, the more I see you, the more I'm like you, and like I think that builds like. Put it in football terms, like if you have a young quarterback, like a relationship, like you got to build the quarterback up to like be serviceable starter.
Right.
I think like nowadays people just try to like put the quarterback out there right then and there,
They want,
and it's
they
like
want,
it's
they want
gonna
him to
flop.
come in and be like a.
You better
like a
hope
Hall
it
of Famer.
works,
Yeah.
but it could work. But most likely it's gonna flop if it don't get the proper character development. So I see it the same in like relationships, and like back then they had that character development or that relationship development where. Yo, I ain't seen you in 4 days. I got to sneak out with my mama and see you every now and again. Like, and I think that made them miss them more and appreciate each other more as opposed to right now. Everything is like, you got a girlfriend and you go on Instagram. It's like 3 different people heart-eyeing your Sophie. You just put in your story, and then like it's just really easy to
Get distracted.
yeah. And if you're not really disciplined, it's easy to like go play the field. So.
Okay.
So many accessible ways to do so.
So you do feel like nowadays people got like, or at least the illusion, because I don't know if it's concrete, the illusion of like having options.
Yeah.
I think that plays a part in like all of this stuff.
Yeah, I think people definitely think that they have options. So even if they like really like somebody and it don't work out and they don't put their all into it because they know, hey, I mean, shit, I got this person over here, and I think that's like ultimately a lot of people's mentality.
Yeah, but how do you? And I think you like this too. I'm big on like routine and pattern
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like in order to be a specific person, like to use a sports analogy, you got to practice.
Yeah.
Like when you shoot a lot of threes, you don't just go out there in the game and shoot threes. You got to practice it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So even with defense is mainly just effort.
Yeah.
And then comes in the techniques, sliding your feet, playing the passing lanes and stuff like that. But it's like, let's say that's a person. I'm not going to put my all into this because I know at the end of the day, maybe I'm not really feeling this person. I got this person over here. Or, the thing nowadays is like, I got a roster and type shit. You know what I'm saying? But when it's time, because eventually you're going to fall for somebody.
Yeah.
But your pattern is going to keep you from fully being able to be all in with this person because all your mind know is
What you been doing?
What you been doing. You know what I'm saying? So people don't even realize like you setting yourself up. I guess you believe in karma?
For sure.
So I guess it's just going to be like a form of karma because you're just going to receive what you've been dishing out.
Yeah, you get what you put out. Like that's like a universal law.
Yeah. So it's rather unfortunate, but again, I think it will change over time. I just think one of the generations got to be sacrificed. It's going to have to end up being a lot of people alone. And people have to, like you said way earlier, they're going to have to be real because they're going to have to explain to the generation under them, like, nah, that shit wasn't right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, love is love. If you find somebody that loves you, hold on to it.
Mm-hmm. Don't fuck up. It ain't worth it.
It ain't worth it. Because nowadays it's like nobody, like you said, nobody really appreciates the love. Because people got a lot of pride and ego with them too.
Yeah.
And even if you do fuck it up, which is nothing wrong because nobody's perfect. So even if you find it and you mess it up, as long as you didn't do nothing heinous, you probably still get another chance to right the wrong.
Yeah.
Now, if you just out here cheating or something, then
you just want to keep somebody on your side because they look good, and you don't want nobody else to have them. And nah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah. And we too old for that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like once you hit like 30,
Max. Like
Oh, Max for you?
Yes.
All right, I was gonna give everybody. All right, that's him, y'all. I was gonna give y'all a
That's
5
just
year.
me.
I was gonna give y'all a 5 year grace period because I was gonna say once you hit like 30, up until like 35. But he's saying Max is 30. So
I'm just saying, if you that game, yeah, 30, man, come on. Like, if you single doing your thing, fine. But like, don't be tagging people along. Like, nah, it's not right.
yeah, that's like teenage, early to mid 20s.
You don't want that bad karma later on in life, man.
Yeah, and plus you know, the older you get, whether you think you got options or not, you don't.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because the older you get, the more serious you're gonna have to get about life.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a teenager or in your 20s, you know, you might be with your parents, you might not pay bills, you might not have like the responsibilities, but as you get the responsibilities, you know, you might have kids, or you want kids, you want a house, you want a car, you want to sustain like a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to take everything super serious, which is why it's important to build that mindset and the routines and patterns now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like the odds of you taking shit as a joke this whole entire time, bumping into somebody and just becoming super serious, it's gonna be super low.
It's true.
You know what I mean? So again, it's just gonna take people to have to realize that one, this social media shit is crazy. If that's like your love Bible, I call it, then you probably already too lost.
You're all you are lost. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
it's entertainment purposes only. Like,
Yeah, that's really how I look at it. You know what I mean? And the moment that it was getting to me personally is the moment my personality shifted. You know what I mean? Because I used to be on social media like 24/7, was doing content and all that shit.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the last time you was here, that was like the height, the peak of like us doing content.
Yeah. I remember the little skits and things
Yeah,
like
you
that.
know what I'm saying? So from that point on, it was like in order to really blow up and to take it to like new heights, you kind of got to play the game.
Yeah.
And as you can see now, because it's basically gone haywire now, everybody plays the game. Everybody knows how to engage farm. Everybody rage baits. Everybody does like whatever it takes to get the attention to their post. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like we naturally funny. So the stuff we was doing was just gonna be what we did. I'm not really good at that type of shit.
Yeah.
Like you won't catch me getting on Facebook saying some silly shit that I know is completely wrong, just to get people come tell me it's wrong. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once I seen like that was the game, I was like, you know what? I'm at a crossroads. It's either I'm going to quote unquote sell out because I really don't believe in this, or I'm going to just kind of fall back from doing it. And so what I did was I really fell back from doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like I had told niggas, I was like, you know, this shit been like the time of our lives. This during the pandemic, so it ain't like we really missing out on anything because everything was damn near closed. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like I really don't have like the love. I'm falling out of love with this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's when my personality started to shift from like always being on social media, always being outspoken. I'm always linking up with people to collab with them. I'm going out to DC to collab with content creators out there, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? To just like, you know what? If we ain't go to school together, if you don't live in my neighborhood or used to living like in my general area, I'm not really working with you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
now it's just like I don't really do content anyway outside of a couple of things on TikTok. But the podcast, this is the most content people really gonna get.
Yeah.
But again, it's just y'all. You know, well, we could be like ourselves. You ain't really got put on the front for nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to be somebody I'm not, because I'm not doing that. Not at my age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So cutting like so many people off who don't have your best interest, because a lot of people was just around just because they think you know, popular.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
That's true.
you get attention, so they think if they hang around, they can get attention. You know what I mean? Um, Being reserved as far as like trying to build a healthy relationship, not really working out, so that kind of take a toll on you mentally too.
Yeah.
To the point where I was just like, you know what, I need to take a break from everything. I need to kind of reset. I need to change some things up. Because I look back on, and this for me was just a 5 year window. Like from 2020 up until now, I'm like, I'm looking back and I'm like, I wasted a lot of time on shit. And me, I'm an intentional person, like you are. Like you'll say shit straight up front,
Yeah.
and I'm a communicator. I'll say shit straight up front. I feel like anything other than that is like cinematic time wasting. That's what I call it. It's not just regular time wasting. It's like it's time wasting in a cinematic form. Because at first it's gonna look good, it's gonna sound good, but once you realize what's going on, it's the same. You just wasting time.
Yeah.
It's just not the normal. Damn, I know this person wasting my time type shit. So it kind of put me in the mindset where I'm like, you know what? I don't really got a lot to say to too many people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't really feel like I have to prove myself to nobody. Ain't nobody paying my bills. You know, ain't nobody really doing this for me. And the people that are, that's who I'm really locked in with. So I ended up, you know, deleting a bunch of numbers. I don't really block people on social media. I just do the little shit where you can kind of remove them as a friend type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm removing a bunch of people. And that's why when I hit you up, I was like, we kind of reversed from the last time we talked. That's why I wanted to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was you back then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just funny how life can kind of take you in like them circles. How we could still be locked in even though our personalities is constantly
Evolving.
You know what I'm saying? Like the solar system. We still in the same orbit even though all right, this planet got 3 moons, this planet got 2 moons. Oh damn, a comet just came. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But shit's still like orbiting around each other. Cause I was, you know, Darius, right?
Yeah.
I was talking to Darius and I was telling him, I was like, it's a funny situation. Like him and my one of my close bros, they kind of did the same thing. Cause Darius used to be like super religious, and my bro, he used to didn't believe in God. Till all these years later, my bro is super religious, and Darius not super religious no more. So it's interesting to see everybody kind of just rotating around, and it's not even a bad thing because everybody just growing in a natural element
Yeah.
and can still be like super close, still have that underlying respect for each other, you know. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I respect you for everything. You know, you like a community pillar type nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, real shit. Like,
I
real
try
shit.
to be.
Yeah, so we definitely need as many stand-up community people as we got. And, you know, we do work in the community, too. So, you know, when we help out with, like, the less fortunate and be feeding the homeless and all that type of stuff. So anytime I could give flowers to a fellow community person, you super more important because you dealing with kids. Like, you shaping the future.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, it was just interesting to see like, damn, last time we talked, I was like the outgoing person, you know, super social and shit like that. I'm kind of how he was back then, and now he's just like, I will see this nigga talk about anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And still live a full life type shit. Work full time. You still with your family a lot, and still got time to like, yeah. So I admire like the change. So that's why I said I definitely wanted to hit you up to conversate about that. Before we get up out of here, you got any New Year's resolutions? Anything you changing for the new year?
I would say for the new year, I plan on being more work on my tone more. Like I'm doing a good job with it, but I could do it more. Also, just like being more in the present. I think that's a big one for me. Put my phone down more, being in the present, and also being in the present mentally. Not my dad always installed like think 2-3 steps ahead, and so like now it's like it's hard not to think 2-3 steps ahead. Like, oh, what's gonna happen if I do this and that? But like to stand in the present, giving the right attention to the things that need attention, even if it's for 5 minutes. Like not commenting on things that don't need to be. Let people be dumb in peace. Like if it's not somebody who I care about,
Dumb
or
piece is crazy.
or let people have their opinions in peace. My fault. See, that's what I'm saying with the tone thing. Like the tone thing is terrible, but let them have their opinions in peace. Like you don't have to like say anything. Like use my time wisely and just making sure I complete my missions that I'm sent here by the universe to do, and not play myself and trick myself out of position when I go on to the next level. So I would say those are my New Year resolutions. I'll be 33 in 6 months, so
Nice.
it's my Jesus year. And
Jesus,
yeah, I plan on going on a big run, like a Warriors 2015, 16, 17, 18 type run.
Okay,
So.
okay. Looking forward to saying that, man. I'll be front row, man.
Appreciate it.
No problem. So, I definitely appreciate you for coming through. We about to get up out of here. You know, you will be welcome back more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, when I told myself this season I was gonna have like features on it, so I definitely will be having y'all on. You know, I know you're a busy person, but it didn't really take us a long time to put this one together. So everybody's been pretty like swift, and that's how you know you're close to good people, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like I remember I would hit people up, and it would take people a week to respond back, and then people would be like, you know, fake busy. Where, for example, it's about to be New Year's. They're like, yeah, well, I can fuck with you in April. And you be just, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? All right, bro. You got it type shit. You know what I'm saying? But to hit people, and not even saying you had to do it. Like, even if you didn't do it, like, the communication is just, like, instant. It's up front. Yeah, I'm trying to do this. Are you free for this? You with this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's just, poof, it's put together. Just that fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, I hope you don't get tired of getting the flowers, but I appreciate you and shit.
Thank you, appreciate it.
One thing I also put emphasis on in this year that's about to be over was showing people more love who I feel deserve to have that love, especially with my bros, because I know niggas don't get the kind of love that they should get.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that plays a part into like the mentality of guys and shit too. You know, because a few years ago, you know, I'm one of the guys. I'll tell my bro like I love you type shit.
I was about to say, like, every time I end the phone with one of my brothers or someone who I consider a friend, I say, I love you, man.
Yeah, you know what
I
I'm saying?
give hugs too, like.
Yeah, but a lot of guys, it take them time to like
Get to that,
accept that, and understand that type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I told myself coming into this year that I was gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna show more love to the people closer to them, try to do a better job, because I feel like everybody really deserve it. And again, we don't talk a lot, but you can literally see everybody just busting their ass every day. Either whether you have good days, bad days, this life shit is tough.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Even when you doing your shit where you making history, or you got the kids good, you know what I'm saying? Or you doing the basketball thing, it's like there's down times for everybody.
Yeah.
So they keep like pressing on. And like I said, especially with guys, because guys just, you're expected to be such a robot.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you cry, you're not a real man. You express your feelings, you're not a real man. You know, if you're vulnerable, anything that's dealing with emotion, if you do it, not even like if you overdo it, if you just do it, you're not a real man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so just trying to restore like the compassion and understanding that niggas is not robots. Niggas is human. You know, so that's one thing I'm working on. I worked on this year. Going into next year, just continuing to grow. I grew a lot this year, professionally and personally, and just trying to carry that momentum. I got goals that I want to accomplish. Give me some land.
Okay.
Get like a little farm or something going. So
It says very accomplishable too.
yeah. You know, the funny thing is, like, when you first think of stuff like that, shit be feeling like impossible.
Yeah.
Until you, like, once I got in the realm of possibility, like, damn, I'm trying like more than halfway there a little bit. This shit is possible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now it's like, okay, I just gotta stay the course, no distractions. You know what I'm saying? Like you said earlier, don't trick yourself out your position.
Yeah.
Don't do this, don't do that. Just stay the course and see what happens. So that's the thing. And then just traveling. I'm a traveler now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah. So that's it for me. Same old. Just building towards goals. And long story short, being at peace.
Yes.
Yeah. So appreciate you for coming through, brother. I ain't gonna hold you up no longer.
Sir, thanks for having me. Anytime.
No problem. Do you want to plug your socials? I know you don't do content or nothing like that. So
I won't plug a social, but I'll
Alright.
plug this last little tidbit. Like,
take your time.
alright, so when y'all wake up in the morning, just remember y'all her, y'all him. You know, wake up, go win the day every day. You got this shit. You know, you might be going through something, but fuck it. Like, you got this shit. This shit gonna make you better in the end when you come out of it. So, you know, much strength to everybody in these upcoming days. Y'all got this shit.
Good shit. Good shit. What he said. And without further ado, this has been another episode of the Teddy Blackmon Chronicles, and we out.